Men's tennis world #1 Novak Djokovic is not the only player to be detained inside this immigration hotel in Melbourne, Australia. Czech doubles specialist Renata Voráčová became the second Australian Open participant to be held here on Friday and have her visa cancelled by the Australian Border Force in a sweep by authorities on players entering the country with vaccination exemptions. The Czech Foreign Ministry said in a statement that several other players were caught in the same situation, adding that it had made a diplomatic protest. But unlike Djokovic, Voráčová has decided to drop out of the tournament and leave Australia. The Australian Border Force said on Friday that one person had voluntarily left Australia, while a third person's visa had also been cancelled. It did not give names. Djokovic took to Instagram on Friday to thank his supporters around the world amid the visa row, many of whom have gathered outside his immigration hotel. The men's tennis player, who has consistently refused to disclose his vaccination status, was granted an exemption to enter the country by Tennis Australia and the Victoria state government. However, the state does not have the authority to issue visas to international visitors. Djokovic now awaits a detention hearing scheduled for Monday, which should reveal more details about the exemption granted to the player and the documentation he provided at the border to support it. Whatever the outcome, France's sports minister has confirmed Djokovic will be allowed to play in the French Open later this year, even if he isn't vaccinated against COVID-19.
Novak's a great guy. I know him personally. Played against him a few times on some big stages, some big matches. It's hard to say if he's being a scapegoat, but I know that I have questions if the other players that received the same medical exemptions that he did, if they were scrutinized and met with such almost hostility upon arrival. It seemed like it was very specific to him and his name because he is a high-profile guy and the #1 player in the world, and his stance on vaccinations has been fairly open in regards to not being vaccinated. When the #1 player in the world who gets approved from these medical boards is not able to play, and not only not able to play upon arrival and not able to get into the country, but is put in airport detention for 8 hours, no cell phone, all these things, and then he's now in a hotel quarantine and not with his team. It's very bizarre behavior. It's very bizarre behavior. And Novak, stay strong, buddy. Hope you get out of there soon.
Come on, Djokovic!
Za sve njih. I oni žele slobodu. I mi smo želeli slobodu. Carstvo i sila i slava Otca i Sina i Svetoga Duha najbolji. Idemo!
This is the Japoma Stadium on the outskirts of Cameroon's economic capital Douala, a few days before the start of the Africa Cup of Nations. But there are concerns seats could remain unfilled even after the first match kicks off on Sunday. Host nation Cameroon has made full vaccination and a negative test compulsory for spectators to AFCON, Africa's top soccer tournament. Fan Yannick Dutse says he's dreamed of attending a match, but that the vaccine requirement is a deal breaker.
It will mean that a lot of people won't make it to the stadium because there are not many people who want to be vaccinated, so the stadiums will be a little empty.
He's not alone. In Cameroon, scepticism about the importance and safety of the vaccine is high. Just 2.3% of the population is fully immunised, according to Health Ministry data, even though doses are now widely available, and a fourth wave has taken hold here and across much of the continent. But health workers have reported an uptick in people getting their shots since the announcement about AFCON. Odette Félicité is a nurse at a Douala vaccination centre. She says they're visited by those seeking to boost their immune system, those who want to travel,
and now we have those who run to get vaccinated because it's a condition to access the stadiums.
Tournament organisers did not respond to questions on how the policy would affect attendance. But a government official said the impact was that people were getting vaccinated more and more.
Novak, you are not alone. You have lots of supporters. We love you. We want to see you succeed, and we want to see you a first world man in tennis. Wish you all luck and wish you freedom, like how we wish for ourselves. I feel really sorry for him because I don't wish Australian detention for nobody, and we didn't deserve it. Djokovic don't deserve it, and I think he's been mixed up by some politicians, like how we've been cut by politicians. To be honest, the condition day by day is getting worse. For example, the food, it's terrible. It's such a low quality. We also been served with muggle and mold in our breaths, and we have no access to any fresh air. The window, it's a lock. When a person being a victim and he's innocent and hold in a place like detention, if he see a supporter outside these walls, outside this fence, it's definitely gonna pull his spirit up and give him some strength to deal with the situation. And it's kind of warm our heart and warm Djokovic for sure, I reckon.